All right. What up, Nuggets? Good morning. It is Saturday morning. We are here. We made it to the weekend. What's up? All right. Yeah, that was kind of fake manufactured. Sorry. I know. I don't do you like that. I'm not the fakester. I've got a lot of stuff for you today. I guess not a lot of stuff. I got a couple things for you today. A couple things we're going to talk about. A product review, of course, because that's what I bring you on Saturdays is product reviews. And, let's just roll this intro real quick, and we will get to these product reviews. All right, here we go. We have got a product review today, as well as I've got a couple media stories that I want to share and talk about. There is just some stuff going on in this country, in this state, in these areas and counties that we live in that's just crazy. I really don't even know what to think about them, and it puts me at a level of insanity that's like 100, right? So in order to get you into the right mental headspace for this first story, I'm going to try to get you to smoke a bowl here real quick and watch this quick little video. This is going to get you in the right mental space for this next story.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it out of what's in my head. And I feel it a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high. And I feel to the top of my lungs what's going on. And I say, hey, I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, I say, hey, what's going on?
All right, so if by now you haven't figured it out, yeah, this story is super and uber confusing to me. I don't know what is going on here. I have to go back here to this older story. This was published back in May to kind of give you a little bit of perspective of what we're talking about here. There was this little boy here in Hillsborough County, actually. The judge ruled in this case. This little boy has leukemia. And the judge, I believe here, ruled that the little boy had to go on with taking his chemotherapy treatments, even though the parents, based on research and interactions they've had with other parents that have had kids with leukemia, said that the chemo wasn't helping their child at all, that the chemo was, in fact, hurting their child. So, in an effort to kind of understand what's going on with the new situation that I'm super confused about, we need to go back to this old situation. So here's the story right here. This one's out of, ABC News. The story's by Heather Lay, and it's the judge rules boy fighting leukemia will get chemotherapy despite parents' disapproval. Hillsborough County, Florida, the parents of a child at the center of a story that's grabbed national attention no longer will have a say over whether their child will receive chemotherapy. The decision came down late Wednesday afternoon after a full day of testimony. Now, remember, this story is from May. This is the original story from May, okay? The state had two doctors make their case as to why they think Noah needs chemotherapy right away. Noah's parents had the support and testimony of a family that believes chemotherapy is dangerous and nearly killed their daughter. Now, I don't know, obviously this is being broadcast out to, a group that I'm in, Florida Medical Cannabis, and some other groups. Most of us are taking medical marijuana as a correct-all for certain opioids and other things that we just don't want to take. It's a substitute for us, right? So these two doctors, the state had them come in and basically say that Noah needed the chemotherapy and that it was absolutely necessary. And, based on research that his parents had performed and the testimony of other families and parents that they had talked to, they had come to the conclusion that chemotherapy just wasn't the right course of action. Like I said, being a part of these groups that are out there, you guys, you have intimate knowledge of this situation. You know better than even me. I've been blessed to not have to deal with cancer. And, I believe that those that do have a hard up road to go. You've got a hard road to hoe. You've got to do a lot of research. You've got to decide what things are good for you, what things are good for you, what are going to work for your body and won't. In this situation, the parents seem to believe here right off in the story that the chemotherapy was not the right course of action. The judge said after 28 days of chemo that they will determine if the boy still has cancer and that the family can use treatment, including medical marijuana, to help ease his symptoms. It must be cleared by his doctors, and they will have an opportunity to switch to a different doctor. He's already considered to be on day 15 of the treatment because he had 2 rounds of chemo, so he's essentially halfway done. The story has been in headlines since last Monday when the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office told media outlets his parents failed to bring Noah McAdams to a medically necessary hospital procedure and refused to follow up with life-saving medical care. They did not provide specifics but sent out an alert that labeled Noah as missing and endangered. They found the family late Monday afternoon in Kentucky. Now, once again, this story is from back in May. To catch us up to now, the parents are in a custody battle, fighting for the rights to have custody to their child. This just, this perplexes me. This blows me away on a level that I can't even understand. That's why I kind of played that funny little video for you. That really sums it all up, right? I mean, that video was crazy. This story is crazy. I don't understand where the state feels that they have the ability and right to basically cut off a parental's rights as a guardian to their child. When did it become legal for the state of Florida to say, hey, we can take over the medical portion of your child's life at any time we want when we feel that you're not doing the right job? This is a tough one because there are situations where there are neglect, okay? No one's saying there's never a situation where there's going to be neglect. There's always possibility for neglect. And in those cases, yeah, you're going to need an intermediate. You're going to need someone from the state or someone qualified to take over or jump in on that situation to help. That's completely understandable. But courses of medical care for your child, I don't know, as long as you're taking the proper courses and doing the research and finding out what's going to work for you or your child, I don't believe the state has any kind of onus to be able to step in and take over for you. In this case, once again, I am just perplexed. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know how to leave it. The He-Man video said it all. I am frustrated with this. I posted in a couple groups and on this page that I am frustrated and confused, and I hope that y'all are frustrated and confused. And really, this isn't a call to action. This is more just an awareness, a wake-up call. This could happen at any moment to any one of us. We in the medical marijuana community already have had, I guess, basically gun rights restricted for some of us because of our medical marijuana card. So, it's not a far stretch to suggest that the state could step in custody cases where parents have active and valid medical marijuana cards. This is an awareness issue. You need to be aware of what's going on around you. You need to be aware of what we are voting for. You need to be aware of legislation that's getting passed. I don't know where it became a day and age that my generation and below just weren't supposed to be aware, and they weren't supposed to be knowledgeable about the bills and legislation that get passed locally and nationally. You need to educate yourself. I'm not even the most educated on these topics. I'm just here trying to bring them to the light, and in order for you to be able to understand that there's stuff going on that you need to know about. You need to be aware that the state is stepping in and taking parental rights away from people. And this is a story right here in our backyard. This is Hillsborough County. I live in Pasco. I'm north and towards the west coast. So, I'm right there. I'm a neighbor of this county. This could affect me just like it could affect anyone else in Pinellas or Hernando or these areas that are right near Hillsborough County. So, and nationally, you need to think about this as well. Once the state steps in and starts taking your rights and starts taking the ability for you to decide, then we have a problem. So, this story was really crazy, scary to me. I didn't like the idea of what's going on here. I still don't. I don't like the idea of the state telling me which course of treatment I need to take, when I need to take it, and that I can't leave unless I take it. So, I don't know. Maybe let's see how this one plays out. Let's see what the end game is for this one. It's not very pretty at the moment. This doesn't look good on the state of Florida, nor does it look good on someone's rights being trampled. So moving on, a little bit more of a happier story, and once again, a very local story to this area. My hometown, St. Petersburg, is now getting a new dispensary. That's right. MedMen, the apple, the apple of the American, what in the world was that? Okay. MedMen, the apple of medical marijuana shops, is opening in St. Pete. Now, just based off the headline here, I don't want to go because I am not an Apple supporter. Some of you are Apple supporters. Some of us are Android supporters. I am an Android guy. I believe in the free market. I believe in everybody having access to everything and not having to pay for it, and not having to have specific innovation technology like chargers and headphones for that specific item. It's like a monopoly. But, I do like the idea of other dispensaries coming into the area. St. Petersburg, get ready. You've got one. It's MedMen. And they are, well, let's just read about them here. It says, yes, you read that right. The Berg is getting MedMen. For the uninitiated, this medical marijuana shop offers high-tech, white-glove service to all customers, exceedingly popular in California, which means it might not be very popular here. Among the other weed markets, MedMen tailors the shopping experience to the customer. Its team of bud tenders are basically sommeliers for marijuana. Sommeliers. I got to look that word up. That is a weird word. Let's see. Calling it the Apple of weed shops is no exaggeration. Designer behind the first 80 Apple stores, Alan D. Moyer, designed the building for Blake Investment Partners. It's the most sophisticated structure in St. Petersburg in terms of building methods, according to Blake Whitney Thompson. Now, that I think is very cool. Obviously, I enjoy St. Petersburg and its artsy style. I don't love the crowd necessarily, but I like the fact that my hometown has a very eclectic art style, and this building and architecture will add to that style in St. Pete. Thompson revealed in the text message that the MedMen has cleared spans with columns, panels that can last 100 years without fading, underground air quality, and more low-voltage cable than a normal building 100 times its size for computers and security. Awesome. He considers the structure itself to be a jewel box. We'd have to agree. The MedMen is set to open on the corner of 5th Avenue North and 4th Street. So if you know where that's at, that's that's right there in the heart of it. If you've seen the giant red building, that's what's been going on. They got stores in other places, other states, and one other Florida location in West Palm Beach. In addition to the planned St. Pete shop, MedMen is set to open nearly 12 more stores in Florida in the coming year. They'll be hitting all the major markets in Sunshine State, from Jacksonville to Orlando, Fort Lauderdale to Key West. I imagine they'll probably open one here close to us in Tampa Bay. We are a major market, so we've got one in St. Pete. I imagine we'll have one in Tampa. We'll have one, probably north up here on 19. So that's a good thing. A new place coming in, a new dispensary, is a great thing. Let me tell you why. You may not like MedMen. You may not believe in what they stand for, but MedMen is another dispensary, and it is going to create competition. Competition is good. We want competition. Competition is going to elevate the quality of product and bring down the price of the product. It brings more product into the area. It increases the volume, the supply, right? So simple supply and demand. If the supply goes up, the demand goes down. Well, the demand is also linked to the price. Supply goes up, price goes down. Okay, so this is a good thing whether or not you like MedMen or not. Every new dispensary that opens up in the area is a very good thing. So show your support. Go check them out. Don't buy the hype. There's shills for companies, and there are people that are out there that are just haters for companies. Don't buy all the hype, man. Get out there and go check it out for yourself. See what's going on. Be your own reporter, right? Be your own person that vets the news for yourself. Don't be one of these type of people that just watches my review or just reads the report and says, oh, they must be evil, they must be bad, they must be the worst. Give MedMen a shot. I know I'm going to probably give them a shot. Why not? Once again, I don't like Apple, so unless it's just their building that's designed that way, I probably won't be a big customer of theirs, but I'm going to go give them a shot, and they may be in my path or in my way for my, search for my perfect indica, right? So that brings me to something else. I wanted to talk about something real quick before we move on to any news stories. On my Facebook, I had posted something and got a response, and there are some people out there that believe that I am some kind of representative for some other big groups, or that I am a shill for TrueLeaf, or I am somehow connected to Curaleaf or any of these other places. I want to set the record straight right now. I am not involved monetarily, business ways, no way with any of these dispensaries whatsoever. My purpose here isn't to be a dispensary shill, okay? I'm not searching these dispensaries out to get paid by them. What I am doing, though, is I'm trying to become a brand that people can trust and go to for reviews on the strains that are out there, and for news and for updates and just for community. I mean, if you're looking for community within the medical marijuana industry or market, then I'm a place you can come to. You can have some laughs. I like to post a lot of funny things. Most of my stuff that I post is original. If you've seen the last few recent pictures that are up there, those are all original. Those are all memes and pictures that I created myself because I don't like the idea of reposting. So I very rarely try to repost topics. I very rarely try to take other people's ideas. But, that happens. When you're doing news stories and whatnot, there's not much you can do with a news story. You really just kind of can read what's out there and go with the best one that's the most comprehensive. But on the little things and topics that I throw up to, like Florida Medical Cannabis Site group, the Wacky World of Cannabis, Florida Cannabis group, when I post those items, I try to make those as original as possible. And, they're mostly for fun. Don't take this too seriously. I know a lot of you out there believe that, people are highly connected just because of what they're doing. We're all trying to be a part of this space. It's not that we're trying to sell out and go corporate and, mock the idea and just try to make a quick buck. I've been involved in marijuana for over 20 years. It's been a part of my life since I was about 18 years old. I love it. I really, truly do. I like everything about it. I like the process of the sale of it. I like the idea that it can help you medically and physically, mentally. I like the idea that it can be used in numerous different ways, from textiles to medicine. I just love cannabis, and this is now my legal opportunity to show my love for it and to show my passion for podcasting and creating content. It's something that I've done professionally, and it is now something that I do personally, just because it's a pastime of mine now. So to anybody out there who thinks that Best Buds or my Facebook page, Justin Angela Bledsoe, if you see a post from me, it's by no means promoting another group or promoting a dispensary per se. It is more along the lines of promoting the marijuana that they sell or that they give us as medication. I am all about the strains. I am not about the places where they come from. I will have to go to those places to get these strains because those are my only options right now. But when those no longer become my only options and we get recreational here very soon, the story will change. I won't have to go to the dispensaries necessarily all the time. So just take a step back. Don't take my stuff so seriously. When I posted the NBA brackets of the different dispensaries out there, some people were like, you don't put two number one seeds together, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, you purists. Get out of the way. It's not a big deal. It was just for fun, something I threw up there, and I tried to take it into account because I knew you little bastards would come out of the dark corners and you purists would get on my butt about it. But it was just something for fun. Everybody kind of has an idea of what brackets are. They know what they look like. So anyway, let me get a drink here. I'm thirsty. I need my morning coffee. Also, and I'm about ready to smoke a bowl. You guys ready to smoke a bowl? All right, let's smoke a bowl here real quick. And then we are going to get on to my review. I can't stay away. I cannot abstain from giving you a strain review. So I'm going to rip this bowl here real quick, and then we will go to my review for the weekend. Hold on. That is yummy. Yeah, that's yummy. All right, that brings me to this week's strain review. Let's get it up here. All right, we are going to talk about Mandarin Dreams. And something that I'm excited to tell you is I have been shopping at Move the past couple weeks and have done a couple strain reviews with them, and I am just blown away by their product. They've got great product. My favorite product of all time at the moment, and that is the strain Guru. Now, you've probably seen the post that I made in preparation for this video, this review this weekend. Mandarin Dreams. As far as it goes with Guru, this is kind of how I feel at the moment. If you saw my post, you'll understand it a little bit better. But I think I think the communist Mandarin Dreams here is beating up my Rocky. He's taking shots at my Guru.
There's the bell for the opening round, and Rocky Balboa comes out to the center of the ring. Got the Russian right back in with
Man, see, he's ripping away my Guru. He's punching away at my Rocky, man. It's like a knockout. Oh, move, get up. Oh, move, block and move. Oh, yeah. So, Mandarin Dreams, wow. When I ordered it online, I ordered it, of course, the same way I order everything. And that's based off of kind of the write-up that was on the website. And for those of you that stay tuned to my webpage, my Facebook, these reviews, you know that I have been on the search for what I call my perfect indica. Now, a lot of you out there have responded to my posts, and I don't know that you're paying attention to the language and verbiage. It's my perfect indica, not your perfect indica, my perfect indica. This is my search for my perfect indica. And I love the responses, and I love people talking, and I will never get on you for responding. I try to respond to you very friendly, no matter how angry you come at me or crazy or whatever, because I know we all have things going on in our lives. We all had, either a bad day or a good day, and, you're going to come off that way no matter what. So I try to be understanding of that. But also, dude, I totally just lost my train of thought. That's how good this Mandarin Dreams is. Anyway, let's get back to this, the Mandarin Dreams. I pulled up the Leafly on it, as I always do. And here is what I found on Leafly. All right, what is Mandarin Dreams? By crossing Stormtrooper number 2 with Mandarin Sunset, the Ethos Genetics creates Mandarin Dreams, a fruity, grassy hybrid with big, bright green buds. This euphoric strain is great for winding down at night or taking an evening stroll. Let's see. Here's the effects right here. You can see the different effects. Relaxed, euphoric, and then you can see the level of medicinal value, what it treats there for the medicinal, pretty much everything. Typical negative things for it, so you can see that right there. And we go down here to the flavors: sweet, tropical, citrus. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Okay, so back to the story. When I went to True Leaf, that's where I decided to get this product from. The bud tender there, his name was Aubrey. Real cool guy. It was actually his birthday, so for any of you watching this that visited Aubrey at True Leaf on Friday, it was his birthday. So there's a shout out for you, Aubrey. Thank you. Big ups. I started talking to Aubrey about the strain, and he just started relating to me a little bit more than what the story was that I had gotten. And this strain just seemed really awesome based on what he said. It had the fruity notes like the Guru. I really like that from the Guru. It's so citrusy smelling. And this was supposed to smell citrusy as well. Also, he said it was a cross between a citrusy smell and a cheese smell. And I'm like, yeah, my eyes immediately brightened up because once again, for those of you that have been paying attention to my reviews, I have been looking for a cheese strain. We haven't really had many cheese-type strains come around here in the area, and that was an immediate, exciting selling point for me. So he said, yeah, it's got like a cheese smell strain to it and, fruity mix. I was like, okay, sold. I believe I bought this 8th here. Those of you recognize the True Leaf bottle there. Yeah, see that? See? True Leaf. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Mandarin Dreams flower there. The buds are exactly the way that Leafly describes them, minus the fact that Leafly didn't say anything about the cheese smell. When I popped this thing open, holy macaroni. That was the most, I think, overpowering part was the cheese, the essence of the cheese. And then, you have that really good citrusy smell that mix in. And I'm like, holy crap, man. I've got a mix of the cheese and the citrusy, which are my two favorite types of indica to smoke, all in one in this perfect little Mandarin Dreams. So that's why I posted kind of this scenario where Rocky was the Guru strain and Drogo was the new guy, the Mandarin Dreams, and Drogo's beating up on Rocky, my Guru, because that's what it seems like. At the moment, this strain here is something else. It clocks in only at, let's see, 19.8%, almost 20%. So it's not crazy. We've all seen some strains in the 23, 24 range, 25, I think, here locally. So, it's not the most concentrated strain, but I'll tell you what, It is super good. The smell is good. The appearance is good. The taste is excellent. The post-burn taste is excellent. It is very easy to inhale and exhale. It's not going to make you cough too much. It's just super smooth. And, on my trek here to find the perfect indica for myself, it is now right up there. It is kind of tied with Guru, right? So far, I've Guru at the top, tied with Mandarin Dreams, so they're in a 1-2 scenario. And then the Rude Boy OG from Move is also in my, top group so far. Now, those have been basically the only true indicas that I've purchased so far, but they have been the best by and far. And a lot of you out there, I've seen it in the posts, you won't visit these dispensaries. You won't visit Move. You won't visit True Leaf. And I understand why. I understand that their medicine costs a lot of money. I understand that the idea shouldn't be for them to make money and more for us to get the medicine we need. But I say this to you, just like with the support of a company, we need to show our support here for what's going on because it is the platform for us to change to recreational soon. It is the reasoning we have to give the state and the Fed to show them the money that can be brought in order for them to bump up to a different opportunity, which will be this recreational opportunity. So you need to remember that if we show them support and we spend money at these places, well, that's revenue. And the more revenue they bring in, that's more taxes the state can bring in. So, in essence, our money is showing the state that we are more than ready for something to be fully legal where they can bring in as much taxes as they want, yet we have the choice to go to many different places, purchase from many different competitors, and purchase at better prices. Get out there and support these groups. Get out there and support these dispensaries. That's our one and only job at the moment. Get your medicine, get it from a dispensary. You can still buy it on the street. I don't knock anybody for that. It's just you take your own legal and life situation into your hands at that point. The card is a legitimate way in order for you to be able to have the medicine you need and not be harassed by the police. So it's up to you to make that choice. It's up to you to make that decision. I'm going to rip another bowl of this real quick because I just don't feel that I did that enough. So once again, get your bowls out. Cheers. Oh, so tasty. You can take giant rips of it and it just doesn't kill your lungs. Oh, it's so good. And the, it's not a couch lock stone on it. It is, and it's not too heavy, but it is definitely, boy, it'll make you forget real quick where you were at or what you were doing. Of course you'll remember. It's not like gonna make you forget like Alzheimer's or something, but it's gonna make you feel that indica buzz. That's for sure. All right, Nuggets. I am done pontificating. I hope those of you that tuned in enjoyed a little bit of what we were doing this weekend. Ken Lewis, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining me. You kind of caught me at the end. Yeah, I wish a lot of you would sign on sooner so we could do comments. I really want to do more comments and more commentary based on what you guys think. I am not here to sell you my idea of things. I am here to give you news and to provide you with an opinion about some of the things that I have tried. It is not to sell you on things. I would more rather provide a platform for you to speak, for you to tell your stories, and for you to share your instances. So I'm going to work on something that will be a little more interactive with you, better than just having you on as, people that are typing in text messages and sending them in. So we'll work on that. We'll get something up and going here in the future. Once again, I hope you enjoyed the show this morning. I hope you got a little bit out of it, a little bit of information, a little bit of smoke fun time, a little bit of jokes. But moreover, just take care of yourselves out there. Take care of the community. Try to love each other a little bit more. Try to be a little less negative, a little less judgmental. It would be a better place if we could all just love each other a little bit more. Nuggets, take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your Saturday. And I will see you next weekend. Peace.